Okay, I guess we're live, but we are not on the road again. I decided we'd jump on here and say howdy to everybody. I don't necessarily like to listen to myself talk, but we'll do a quick question and answer. We had fun with this a while back. So we're down here on the farm and we're just hanging out. Just got off work, had a busy day. It's kind of nice to just come down here under these old cherry trees and hang out. Take a breath, reset. I stopped at Arby's on my way home and had me a Euro and a vanilla shake. Hey, Rob and Shelbs. So we're just gonna take a break. I hope you guys are enjoying what we're putting out there. Yeah, we're excited about the 10,000, Rob. It's growing fast. It's been a lot of fun. Okay, so Pastor George just asked why my towing company is not Casey's Off-Road and Recovery. So I'm actually partners in Winterton Towing, and it's my wife's cousin, and we've been doing off-road towing as well over the years, and so we just kind of joined everything together, and that's just what we've been doing. And so we decided, after messing around with Matt and having a good time, we figured we better launch our own channel and see how things go. All right. Okay, so besides a Jeep Cherokee, what else would make a good recovery truck? So I think you can use about anything you want. You just got to remember you've got maintenance, you've got wear and tear, and so just pick a good platform and something that you're interested in maintaining. Most anything with a low range you can make a good simple recovery vehicle with. Riley says a geo tracker. Yeah, geo trackers are a little light, but they're pretty agile too. Oh, so yeah, the story of the jailbird from Pastor George again is, it was kind of exciting to show up to the shop in the middle of the night. Somebody had blown through the gate, and they really messed up some stuff, but we was able to get the jailbird back, and we've had a lot of fun with it since. Hi, Shaylee. Looks like my daughter's on here. Joseph, yeah, Jeep Wrangler would probably be a good one. And then Rob's back to, I guess you guys all seen the video with Mad Matt, and we had a lot of fun. Okay, hold on a sec. I got a lot of questions coming in. I'm trying to grab them one at a time. Hey, Ed, I'm glad you're enjoying them. Let's see what else we got here. Does Matt really run 9 PSI? Yes, he does, but if he comes to my shop, I will occasionally air him up to about 25 pounds as a joke. So he doesn't know it until he gets stuck, but the rest of us laugh until he gets out and figures out what's going on. Where do we get those hats? Well, this is actually the first hat I've ever custom made and ordered. So we're working on hats. If you guys really want them, we'll start pumping them out. Let's see, we've got Robert's wondering what's my thoughts on a Jeep Grand Cherokee Overland. I'm not a big fan of Jeep Grand Cherokees, but they're a pretty good platform, really. Like I say, I think a lot of it's the basic maintenance and what you're willing to put into them, and so that really is what it boils down to, is just taking good care of them. Okay, you guys got me piled up with questions here. Give me just a half second to get to the bottom. Hey Jason, how are you? So what is the relationship between me and Matt? We're friends and business associates. Does that answer it? I think so. Hey, Judson from Colorado, I'm a Volkswagen fan too, but don't plan on using one for recovery. They wouldn't work. Do all towing companies use the same yard? So in Utah, every towing company has their own, what they call a state impound yard. And you have to register with the state to do rotation calls for like DUI impounds and all that kind of stuff. And so we all have our own individual yards for every tow company. Ivan wants the hat. Richard says congrats. I need to have a square on the Nodwell. What about a dance floor? So me and Matt are not related. I guess we could be brothers from another mother. Brothers from another mother. And I guess we might be related because both our moms are moms. I don't know if that's a joke or not, but some of you might get it. Who had the beard first? I don't know. I don't think I could grow a beard until I was in my 30s, so it had to have been Matt because he's an old man compared to me. If I had the most reliable brand of vehicle, what would you have? Brent, I'd probably have to pick a mule. Is that a vehicle? Okay, I've got a lot of hat requests. I'm 43 and I think Matt's 40 something. That's rude to ask, isn't it? Rob, shame on you. So what other question you guys have on like the towing related side of things in the yard? I could tell you, I think you're only 42. Hey, that's my sister. She ought to know. Okay, well, I'm 42 or 3. I can't add. Okay, what's your auto repair specialty? From Ivan. I do about everything. I do tractors and lawnmowers and lots of transmissions and engines. See, there's my favorite. When I'm thinking, that's my and the okay. But either way, we do tons of stuff. And I probably split my time between towing and recovery. I probably spend 8 or 9 hours a day in the shop, and sometimes I slip out to do tows, but it's just a juggle. We stay pretty busy on both towing and repairs. I've never used the Guardian Angel lights, but I've read about them. From Troy, I probably won't build a recovery trailer because I can just steal mats. And Haas, me and Ed are not related. Do I have a large farm? No, I'm a hobby farmer. I grew up on a farm, but I just love the attachment to the land, you know, being able to grow things and harvest a crop. So it's kind of just in my blood. So I kind of like the farm. Boondock Life, what do you consider your service area? It is basically Washington and Kane County and occasionally Iron County, so it's a pretty large area for most of the off-road stuff. Okay, so George asks, who's the Corvair fanatic? And it would definitely have to be Matt because I know nothing about him, but I do have a lot of Suzuki Sidekicks, Geo-Trackers, Samurais, so that Corvair thing is definitely Matt. Okay, the black Honda Civic that we towed in with me and Matt and Becky, I ended up hauling it to the impound yard, and then it sat for whatever, the 45 days, and we hauled it to the salvage yard. Riley, I think you know where to get a new hat. That's my brother-in-law. Shout out to Riley. He's always up for a good time. I actually did it on the Utah Safety Council on Wreckmaster. Hi from Australia, too right, mate. Shane wants to know how long a recovery rope lasts, and that's an interesting question because I suppose it depends on how hard you hammer on it, and you just have to keep a good eye on it. When it starts looking fatigued or getting to where you're not feeling the stretch in it, it's time to replace it. Easy with questions, folks. Okay, Daniel James, that's a good point. I'm trying to roll through them as quick as I can. Lots of good questions, but they're coming in quick. When will I convince Matt to get a winch? I've never tried. I think I'll leave it at that. We do hunt deer. That's where we got that jerky that Ed loves. Kenneth wants to know about the bees and the forklift. That seems to be a busy job. It keeps me moving. I probably spend a lot of time in the spring and the fall, and then things just kind of mellow out. So that's a good amount of time, but I'm trying to scale back on the bees just because I'm so busy with other ventures that I'm just trying to get scaled back. Do I love Willie back on the road again? So I do a little, I don't know what you call it. Do you call it moonlight singing, whatever, serenading? And I do a lot of old classic stuff, and Willie Nelson's is one of my favorite. Awesome new channel. Yeah, we're happy. We're glad we're doing it. From Lake Havasu. Jeep Master had a Corvair sandrail. That's pretty cool. Uh-oh. So talking about the Escalade, I don't remember what happened to that one. I think my favorite muscle car is gonna have to be the Impala. Sing me a song. I'm the piano man. Hi from Argentina. Hey, so I see Hard Truth brought up the Winter 4x4 Jamboree, and that is actually an event that me and my wife and several four-wheel drive enthusiasts started in 2003, about the time my daughter was born. And so we started that, and it's been a lot of fun over the years. All right. Okay, I missed a few questions. I'm going to roll up and see what else we got. So do you mainly do auto repair or recovery? I think it's kind of split. I talked about that just earlier. The latest vehicle was the Toyota that I posted today. Yeah, the one Matt got out of the ditch. I think most of the razors I think they pretty well just throw them out once they start twisting frames. I know there's a few companies out there that will do frame restoration and rebuild the razors, but we definitely get a lot of crashed razors out here. So we just have a little bit of snow on the upper elevations for Brian, but it's disappearing really fast. I mean, we're in the mid to upper 90s most days. Thanks, Trevin. And Dan, my favorite hobby. I would probably say off-roading and rock climbing is probably one of my favorites. Hey, Kurt, all the way up from Springdale, huh? See you, Shelbs. I do get up to Tokerville Falls on occasion. It's kind of hit and miss. I think the ropes, I've been sponsored by Yankum Ropes, so I haven't bought a rope, but I think they're a couple $100 for the 7/8 30 footers. Ivan wants to know what my favorite off-road trail is, and I would probably say that Milt's Mile is my favorite because you can take new people on it and you can get pretty well everybody through it, and there's bypasses, so that's a lot of fun. The longest recovery I've ever been on was rolled over semi-truck on the freeway with a load of honeybees. That took us all night. Oh, you guys are funny. So hoping to get up there a few days. People want us to show us trails. So if we're available, we can show you where to go. We can also hook you up with the local 4x4 clubs. And if you're in the area, look us up and we will definitely try to hook you up with the right people to get you out on the trail if we're not available. And then Jeep Master wants to know if my Cherokee's locked front and rear. And it is locked in the rear, and with the cheesy stock axle in the front, I generally don't put a locker in them. I think I probably owned 8 or 10 XJs. And yes, we have lots of Californians moving here. Plenty of coyote hunting if you're into that. Yes, and I do have a lot of Suzuki 4x4s in my yard. Thanks, Paul from Australia. Struth, mate. I'll go back to the question of me and Matt being related. No, we're not. So Coden brings up an interesting question. Do I have my own merchandise? I have a hat. So we're going to get on the merchandise bandwagon and see where we end up with that as well. Okay, so I'm probably going to miss a bunch of your questions. So I'm going to go back down to the bottom of the list here and let you guys throw me a few out there because I'm getting way behind. Okay. My wife loves watching your wife. She is awesome. She liked it when you saved the guy at the maze. So, yeah, we have a lot of fun together. We've been married for 23-ish years, and so we've had a lot of fun off-roading and doing recoveries especially. You guys say hi to Miss. Hey, say hi to the crew. Hey, Miss. Everybody asks if I have a dog, and I do. So we'll probably, sounds like you guys want merchandise. I'll get cracking on that. And I'll probably try to include a little bit about everything we do, from the hobby with the Suzukis and four-wheeling to mules, some weekend adventures, but we'll try to mainly focus on the four-wheel drive and off-road recoveries. And then, like I say, we'll try to include the Suzukis and different things like that. Okay, I'm still getting a lot of questions on if I'm related to Matt, and I don't have enough red in my beard. We're definitely not related. We're just friends. I do a lot of 4x4 mods in my shop, but not as much as I used to because I'm just so busy with general automotive repair. You guys want me to name the snowcat the lunchbox? Hey, quit barking. We're live. I hear the kids playing in the pasture back there, and the dog decides that she wants to get in the middle of it. Okay, well, I don't know how much longer I should stay on here. My phone says it's going to shut off because I've been working all day. But I just wanted to give you guys a quick shout out, give you a couple chances to ask some questions, and I'll try to go through the questions individually and answer them. Oh, get out of me. Questions individually and make sure you guys get your answers that you're needing. But I sure appreciate y'all tuning in, supporting the channel. We're just gonna keep it real. I just want to have fun with this and just just be ourselves, nothing scripted, nothing planned, just like this going live. I thought maybe when I hit 10,000 that I would do it. And so go ahead and pop your questions in the comment section below. I appreciate you subscribing, sharing with your friends, and we'll be on the road again shortly, and we'll make sure we document it. And thanks for hanging out with us.